So again, this is a TAS of Kirby's Dream Land, specifically the Japanese release by Alyosha and Mugg. I believe, I would have to guess that means that Alyosha worked on an improvement of one of Mugg's old TASs. Mugg is a very old, long time ago TASer from mostly the early 2010s, and Alyosha has been active still lately, so I'm having to assume that basically this is probably a improvement that Alyosha found from one of Mugg's old TASs. And then also, Alyosha worked to do this console verification already, so essentially what we're showing here is that the console verification process is repeatable across different people. So once one person has done a console verification of a game, it usually 99% of the time means that you can do it just as easily on anybody else's machine. There's a couple games that are exceptions, but this is the general pattern. So we're past the first boss, the Wispy Woods. And the second stage here would be for the second boss, Lololo and Lalala. The speed at which you can, like, do the Kirby's inhaling attack and then launch it again in TAS is quite crazy. Yeah, this is pretty specific to how the Game Boy works. The Game Boy player being a very, very consistently developed set of consoles. And the Game Boy in general. Like, the Game Boy Color it only differs by a single bit flip in the BIOS compared to the whole Game Boy Advance. So the repeatability of being able to verify things across the Game Boy library is pretty crazy. But that does help make this independent sort of verification work quite possible. You can see some more damage boosting there. Damage boosting, one of the biggest things that you see across this whole TAS as a consistent strategy. Yeah, it just goes to show the dedication of the community to the art and the level of accuracy of it. So this will be our third boss, Kabula. There's some damage boosting there. And you can see also making use of the invincibility period after damage boosting to boost even further without losing a point of damage to it. I imagine eating is used quite extensively to reduce lag. I would have to read up on the old notes though. But it would make sense if eating were moving characters from the screen, it can then be used to essentially reduce lag. Hey, Driven Knight. Again, so we're doing a live console verification playback of a TAS of Kirby's Dream Land. Specifically, I have the Japanese copy. I don't actually know if that's necessary for console verification. The US and Japanese releases could be identical. And that was the boss, Krako. Oh, if there's any difference between the two cards, it would usually matter, but yeah. This Kirby one seems very, like there's not really a localization, it's just the game. Oh, a little moonwalking there. So yeah, for DDD's stage, you have to go back through a miniature version of the previous levels and refight some of the bosses. And you can also tell that this is a original Game Boy game and not a Game Boy Color or Game Boy Color Enhanced game, because the colors you see here are artificial. It's simply coloring the background and sprites differently. So the background has the blue and yellow, and then the sprites have the pink and black colors. Oh, that's beautiful, Tomas, did you? That's quite smart. Could you tell from their CSS class names what framework they're using? Because that would probably explain why the inconsistency is that way. And this is the end of the game. We have now defeated King DDD. Masa Sakurai. That must be Masahiro Sakurai. Also created Super Smash Bros. Yeah, and especially the Gen 2 games, Dread Midnight. The Gen 2 Pokemon games have a lot of color hacking going on. Oh, that is pretty ugly. That's a pretty complex attribute selector. Oh, so here's where the names come from. They're in the credits. I see. Hi, X1. Even the enemies get credits. Mr. P. Umpkin. Oh, that's great. It has Webpack hot reloading enabled in the live site? Cool. So yeah, this is the credit scene telling you the button combination to use to play the advanced playthrough of the game. Now this actually was a playthrough already of that advanced version that has more difficult bosses and just generally more difficult enemies. So you've already seen that hint that it's telling you right here.